Hello and welcome to this week's episode of
Advice from Your Besties.
Woo! Second holiday edition. Whatever. So questions, huh?
Questions. We have questions. Okay, question number 1. How do you handle a friend you love but frequently argue with?
Mm-hmm. You do know how we handle it.
You drop that bitch.
You listen back, go backwards. You heard us you cut a bitch and let him go.
Because you have to ask yourself, is this worth the arguing with your friend, even though you love them? And are you friends with this friend because you've been friends with them forever? Are you friends with them out of an obligation? Or
Are you friends with them because you were stuck loving a parent that was abusive to you?
These are really the hard-hitting questions you have to ask yourself.
Why would you continue to settle for abuse?
Mm-hmm. So that's a little question back at you.
Mm-hmm. Don't be trying to get us. We cut her out.
We cut her out.
We did the work. So you step it on up. Call a
spade a spade.
That's right.
Yep. What are the best colors to paint a house? Oh, I should have screened these questions before. Well,
I have one. It's a shingle roofed house, like the cedar shingle that are like darkened. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know what color that is. Like an umber kind of.
Oh, like
that brown.
Oh, a brown.
Like a deep rusty brown.
Ooh, okay.
Right? And then the trim is a light gray.
Oh. I was thinking indoor paint colors.
Oh, what? I don't know.
Flat white.
No, eggshell white.
Eggshell white.
Nope.
Everything. Mm-hmm. Eggshell white.
Because we are basic.
Basic. But you have a pop of color. Oh, that slate color.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good.
Oh, what about that one? Yeah, the one my mom has.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But where and how much and blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Yeah, but Chelsea is a curator, so she can design your house.
Okay.
Send us some ops and we'll get it figured out for you. Any tips for a new podcaster?
Oh, I love this.
Oh, okay.
Where do we begin? I'm glad you asked.
Well, let's see. Now, since we've been doing it for a little bit, I would say have a topic. You know how people say niche down? Okay, I hate that, but it does help.
There's a reason why.
And sometimes I think we got so caught up on niching down because it's okay, you have to be so specific and be talking to this one person. But I think it also can just be the vibe of the show and not being super serious. We're not trying to be serious. We're kind of giving you life advice, but we're not personal development. So
those are a lot of words.
That's our niche. Yeah.
I would say invest in a producer.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to learn. You don't have time to learn the things you don't know.
Yeah.
I would say consistency.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say be yourself.
Yeah. And it's definitely going to take a little bit to get there because I feel like it's kind of awkward at first. It's just talking to the void.
Yeah.
Even though we're talking to each other, but
right.
We know that you're listening. So it's hard to be yourself all the time, especially when you're first starting out.
It feels like a Zoom call.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Where you're so conscientious about and almost out of your head thinking about, was that stupid? And the truth is they're listening to you as if they would listen to you face to face. So they're not getting caught up on the ums and likes or whatever, right? Do you feel emotionally connected? And is it a subject matter that speaks to you?
Yeah, something that you're excited to do every single week.
Right. It should be the best part of your week. And if it's not,
then why?
That's not maybe the right way to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you definitely have to be consistent and be excited about it.
Okay.
And also get some good microphones.
Indeed. As you do it, you'll go back and review, and it hurts.
It's cringe.
It's a little cringe. However, it demonstrates where we were and the growth. But yeah, if you could save yourself some of those hard lessons.
And get yourself a good co-host.
Oh, that's sweet.
You're welcome. Best winter meals / dishes besides dessert. It's dessert season. Why would you eat anything else?
Why are you such a Grinch?
It's sugar cookies for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Maybe mix in a pumpkin pie
what
here
the fuck,
and there.
Dude? Why are you trying to be a fun fighter?
Okay.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You psycho.
Why are you a psycho? God.
You know you're a psycho when it's like, but not desserts.
Okay, but if you
I
really
literally
want,
have cookies for breakfast. I
Yeah.
bought them yesterday.
Okay, but if you really want like a dish, I guess I can throw you a couple.
I can't.
Lasagna, I think that's always a good
Sure.
winter one. If you're like a warm salad, so like some quinoa,
I
like
agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
like some sautéed spinach,
Yep.
some protein of some kind, like sweet potatoes.
Because I don't
in
like
there.
salads because they're cold.
Yeah. Like a warm salad. Ugh, so good.
Ugh, so good.
Ugh.
It sounded like you were gagging. So for you to then say so good was a contradictory in my mind. I was like, oh, that just caught me off guard a little. Ew.
Yeah.
So good.
Or also, I mean, it's kind of still like squash
What about like
season.
mac and cheese and shit?
Sure.
That's what you want to hear.
Yeah. Like,
Isn't it?
I don't eat that shit.
No, I know, but like that's what
That's
they
where I
wanna
draw
hear.
the line. Like, I will have cookies for every meal, but mac and cheese,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a really good homemade one, maybe. So
For breakfast?
ugh, no.
Ew.
Ew. Definitely ew.
Fettuccine?
Ugh. I was gonna say some butternut squash soup of some kind.
What's another question? Sorry, I'm over it. That's
Bye.
rude.
Rude. Okay, I have COVID. Any show recommendations? Yes. Oh, I just finished watching season 2 of White Lotus.
Mm. Mhm. Oh, yeah.
I'm
Have you reviewed it?
No,
I'm sorry we missed that last time.
that's okay.
Do you want to tell me about it now?
Just in case you plan on watching White Lotus, just like fast forward for the next minute or two.
Spoiler.
This is my thought on White Lotus. I didn't know it was going to be so centered around the 2 girls that are prostitutes, but I thought that was like a cool twist to the storyline. I'm like, oh, it's all about like girl power. And fast forward to the end, the way that Tanya / Jennifer Coolidge dies, I'm like, that's how she goes out. Like,
I don't know why everyone's so surprised by this.
well, it's just like you killed all those guys and then you fall off the boat and die. Like,
That just seems like her.
I
It
guess.
seems authentic for her.
I guess. It is. It was like still, yeah, it was like kind of goofy.
Yeah, it did seem kind of like an easy way out. I mean, I didn't want to see her shot.
I didn't want to see her shot either. And I think that does make sense that she died because it's going to be kind of weird if she goes on a 3rd vacation and someone dies on
Right,
vacation.
Right.
But who are they going to tie through from this season?
Do
to the
they
next
need to
season?
tie someone through?
I feel like kind of, just to kind of make it all like relative.
Okay, here's a question. If
Mhm.
they do bring someone from, who do you think that is?
I would say her assistant, Portia. But Greg, her husband, ex-husband, whatever, he's like the only one
You think of all the characters, those are the ones that are gonna like make their way into season 3.
Uh-huh.
Okay, all right, I don't like those answers. So could you pick somebody else?
No, those are my answers.
No,
What
come
are
on.
your, who do you want to see?
I want to see the dude and his wife with the red hair.
Oh, I know.
I know,
But
right? He's so hot.
He's so hot.
My
Theo
mom's
James.
like, oh my God, I love Theo James. So I was like, who's that? She's like, I've literally loved him for 4 years. And I was like, really? And then I was like, oh, him.
He's so hot.
And his character was just like overly masculine,
Mhm.
sexy, hot.
So hot. But the couples never return.
This would be a good one to return.
Ugh, he's so hot.
And I liked their chemistry on stage,
Mm-hmm.
on the scene. Oh, you know who? Maybe it's the girl from Parks and Rec.
Maybe.
She tested well.
Yeah. I like her.
I don't want to see the guy from Sopranos.
No, I
I
don't
could-
think any of those guys. I just think it's like usually it's going to be like a minor character that
Okay.
follows through. Because it'll be like Portia now is like in charge of Tanya's estate or something and like fighting Greg for the inheritance or something like that. And like somehow they all end up at a resort.
I thought
Yeah.
that interaction was crazy at the end, where he's like, "Get out."
Oh, I know.
I was like, actually, it was the best thing you could have done for her.
Yeah. I know. I was like, oh my God, is she going to die here?
I did think that,
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh, that was a kind act.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Oh, so yes, watch White Lotus. I'm gonna have so much free time on my hands for the next like week or so. So I think I'm gonna watch Yellowstone.
Oh,
Um,
whoa.
yeah.
That is substantial.
Yes.
Do you understand what the undertaking you're about to do?
I literally have like a week to watch TV.
But do you understand the magnitude of what you are about to like embark
I
on?
hear it's a lot.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
seriously, see it from my perspective. Like you're really digging into something here.
Yeah. Well, Succession isn't on at the moment. Billions isn't on. I need something.
This is like the holy grail according to everybody right
I
now.
know.
And like rich.
Yeah.
Like a molten cake
Mhm.
that's super like chocolatey, and you're like, ooh, this is gonna be a lot.
Somebody take me a minute.
Oh
And
my God, I'm really
also-
impressed.
And also Emily in Paris, the next season.
They lost me in season 2.
I love that show. So,
Of course you do. 100%.
if there's a Lindsay show, it's called Emily in Paris.
Yeah. 100%.
And, finish watching those Hallmark movies.
I'm over them. It's too much work.
Okay. Well, do you have any recommendations?
No.
Okay.
Well, Harry and Meghan.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. That's a good
Actually, you know what I am looking forward to? It's not really a series, but I was looking at the new Brad Pitt movie.
Oh,
that looks very
yeah.
entertaining.
That does look entertaining.
Yeah, and it's got
Mhm.
that like Deadpool kind of like, and I love the new, what's his name? Depp? No. Brad?
Brad Pitt?
Yeah. I love the version of him right now.
Oh. Yeah.
Not as like sexy and a little goofy, but like was hot and like still hot, but just like that's not his primary thing.
Mm-hmm. Still hot, though.
He's even hotter now.
I know.
Naturally. They get a little rugged, they look a little worn in the face, and you're just like, "Rawr." Okay, I'm feeling you. Unless you're 25 with red hair, your name's Tyler, and you're from, if you live in Mississippi and you're a pilot.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and I just have a quick follow-up from a couple weeks ago when I was talking about my friend
Yeah.
who
I like this.
decided that he didn't want to make it official with this girl that he's been dating. So I asked him about it because I just saw him. And I was like, so like, how's that going? And he's like, you know what? I'm really busy. I don't even have time to go out and about and date other people. I'm like, so like, what was her actual reaction? Because I didn't ask you the first time. I'm like, did you just say like, no, I want to date other people? And he's like, no, I said I don't want to be like exclusive and define the relationship right now until New Year's. So he didn't really frame it as like, I'm going to go fuck around for a month. He was just like, I just want to see this thing out that I'm single for a year.
See?
Uh-huh. But he's like, oh, but if I was her and I said that, I would have been pissed. I'm like, yeah, see?
Okay. I didn't know that part.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah. So then I was like, well, what happens on January 1st? He's like, honestly, at midnight on New Year's Eve, they're going to be at some like big party. He's like, I'll probably do something really cool to make it official with her. And then they're officially
That
dating.
is so romantic.
I know, right?
And the fact that, like, what is he gonna do? Like, hey, do you want to be steady?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it'll be like really cute though.
I wish it was me.
Yeah. So that's our update on.
That's awesome.
question, yeah.
I'm glad you got that.
Me too.
Okay.
Okay. Well, those are all of our questions. We'll be back next week. Please leave us a review. 5 stars only. It really helps us rank higher on the podcast chart so that we can reach more listeners. And that's really important in the podcasting world. So please leave us a review and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The stories and statements expressed herein are experiences and opinions. They may not represent the views of the production studio or the hosts. If you disagree with our content, that's okay. No podcast is perfect for everyone.